Why won't my ex text me first? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video, but first, my name is Clay with modernlove.life, where we help you get the great, loving relationship that you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not, because you deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me, please do me a favor by hitting that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribing to this channel so that you can get more notifications when we post and upload new videos. Also, we are going to be talking about your ex's emotional state in this video. If you want to learn more about how to kind of navigate that journey of your ex's emotional state from, being hurt about the past or something like that, towards actually being open to talking to you, interacting with you, and possibly even getting back together with you again, then please make sure you check out our course called the X Solution Program. You can find that down in the description box below this video, but I'm not going to twist your arm on it, so no worries. All right, so let's see. If your ex is not initiating contact with you through text or through any other form, it's easy to think that they're, holding out, they're stringing you along, they're playing some sort of mind game, they're trying to keep the upper hand in terms of power over you or something like that. And if you listen to other breakup coaches out there, they might tell you that even overtly, that your ex is trying to, have some sort of power play over you, and they're, stringing you along, they're toying with you emotionally or something like that. And I'm not going to say that that's out of the realm of possibility, because, if your ex is some sort of twisted person with some sort of psychological disorder, then yeah, they might be doing that. But aside from that 1% of people, or I don't even know how many people out there have crazy power trip disorders like that, but aside from that one little sliver of people, most of the people out there are not initiating contact for other reasons. And that's what we're going to be getting into in this video. So first of all, one of the reasons your ex may not feel comfortable initiating contact with you is obviously because they might be hurt, they might be upset, they might be sort of hung up still on something that happened in the past, something that happened before, during, or after the breakup that the two of you had. If there was some sort of big knockdown, drag-out fight, or argument, or hurt trust, or betrayal, or misunderstanding of some sort, they could still be holding on to that pain. And they're not going to initiate contact with you unless they can let go of that pain, or, obviously for some sort of practical reason, like, hey, can I come by and pick up my stuff? But obviously that's not as exciting as actually them wanting to talk to you. So what you want to do is you want to obviously clear away that pain, clear away any of that misunderstanding or hurt or anything like that. And you can do this by working through the emotions that your ex is feeling, acknowledging those emotions, giving them some sort of context to understand why you did or said or didn't do or didn't say whatever you did or said or didn't do or didn't say, so that they can understand maybe why all that happened, and they can get a glimpse, and they don't have to fill in the blanks with their own thoughts that, oh, you just did that because you're a jerk, you did that because you never cared, or you did that because maybe they think you are stringing them along or trying to go on some sort of power trip or something like that. But you have to address it. You have to address it first and foremost. I know there are people that say, you just got to wait forever, just wait forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, and eventually they'll come crawling back to you on broken shards of glass. But that is not what typically happens. What happens is that pain kind of congeals and calcifies into resentment and bitterness, and they actually end up, becoming one of those people that's years and years down the road, they're like, yeah, I hate my ex, or, I still miss my ex, but my aim is getting better. All that stuff. And so what you do want to do is you want to directly address it, because if you don't, it can just kind of fester and turn into bitterness, resentment, contempt, all that bad stuff. So, by all means, go ahead and do all of that. Additionally, your ex may not reach out to you and contact you and initiate contact with you, because even if they want to, and even if they have a lot of strong feelings for you, positive feelings, because they're confused about what the two of you want. Now, this is actually really, really common. But what's going on is your ex often feels pulled into this sort of dual polarity thing, where they often think that okay, if we're going to get back together, it's going to be all or nothing. We're going to get back together and we're going to have a relationship, or we're going to be nothing at all. And that might be something that you like, but it's a really not so great place for them to be in when it comes to building the emotional connection, because they might think, well, I don't know if we're going to get back together or not. I feel uncomfortable making that decision right now, especially when we don't have an emotional connection beneath us. There's no emotional foundation beneath us. So what do? They do what most people do when they feel unprepared to make a decision. They procrastinate and stall and do absolutely nothing, which means that they don't initiate contact with you. They don't try to make things better. They just sit there and do absolutely nothing. And so what you want to do is you want to take that sort of all or nothing approach and sort of create this gray space in the middle where it's okay for the two of you to not know how the two of you fit into each other's lives. It's okay for the two of you to, just be friends for the time being. It's okay for the two of you to be confused or to not have all the answers. That's totally okay. And if you can create that context, it can give them permission to spend time with you and to interact with you without them having to freak themselves out by thinking like, oh my goodness, if I text you, if I meet up with you, if I talk to you, it means we're getting back together. I don't know if I'm ready for that. That's going to freak me out. I'm going to panic. I'm going to, stall, procrastinate, whatever. And it's going to allow them to actually say, you know what, it's okay. We're not going to force anything that's not there. We're just going to take it nice and easy. If it ever gets, in over our heads, if it ever starts moving too fast, we can always dial it back. No worries. Let's just take this one step at a time. Let's just be friends for the time being. And if you can kind of create that context where they can go ahead and do that, that decreases that level of expectation and stress, and it gives them permission to actually interact with you, which of course allows you to build up that emotional foundation beneath the two of you, so that once the foundation is in place, you can actually leverage that to create a stronger emotional bond and actually get back together. Works out so much more seamlessly than the ultimatum approach that people often feel compelled to do. Is there some coach out there that's telling you to do that? I don't know why people get this idea that they have to say like, hey, either we're going to get back together or we're nothing at all. I'm not willing to settle for anything in between. Like, there must be someone out there that's telling you to do that. And I can totally understand that in like a dating context where it's like someone who is trying to keep you in this sort of like quasi relationship where you're not quite together, but you're not quite apart, and you got to like force that boundary. I totally get that. But when it comes to like a breakup, where there are a lot of complicated emotions, a lot of fears about, jumping back into the same dynamic that didn't work in the first place, and so on and so forth, you don't want to do that. You want to build up the connection first so that they feel comfortable interacting with you, so that they feel comfortable kind of letting their mind think like, oh, what would it be like for us to be back together again? Oh, this is actually kind of nice the way that we're doing this. This is kind of nice how we're having these great conversations or whatever. I could kind of see myself enjoying this. I could see that this wouldn't end up in a breakup like it did in the past. And if you can kind of go down that road, then it makes so much more sense. So I'd really recommend that you do something like that, because your ex most likely isn't initiating contact not because they're playing some sort of power game over you or stringing you along or something like that. Yes, that is a very slim possibility, but the vast majority of the time it's not that. It's just someone who's genuinely having a legitimate emotional experience that's causing them to not feel compelled to interact with you. So you may want to address the hurt, the pain, the frustration, the whatever could be still lingering between the two of you. Definitely go ahead and clear that out. You may also want to kind of address decreasing the expectation so you can build that emotional connection. By the way, if you do want to learn more about how to build that emotional connection, we do have a video playlist on what we call advanced relational skills. You can find that up there in the corner. That'll walk you through the ability that you can have to connect better with your ex, to bring the two of you closer together again, so that you can build up that emotional foundation. Again, check it out over there in the corner. But again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you do like what we're doing here, once again, for the YouTube algorithm, give this video that thumbs up. It does help us out, really it does. And subscribe to this channel so that you can get notifications when we post and upload new content for you. You may also want to check out that course that we mentioned called the X Solution Program. You can find a link for that down in the description box below. If it's right for you, hey, you're welcome to sign up. We'd love to have you become one of our next success stories. If it's not right for you, that's totally okay too. If you're just curious, there's a link down there. But hey, whatever you want to do, totally fine. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you on the next video. And if you do want to learn more about those advanced relational skills, please feel free to check out this video series over here. Or on the other hand, if you'd like to check out this video, go ahead and click that as well too. But thank you so much, and I'll talk to you next time. Please take care.